What if I told you that the thing you've been chasing your entire life is something you already have? Think about it. From the moment we take our first breath, we begin this relentless pursuit. We chase approval, we chase belonging, we chase worth. We climb corporate ladders, we collect achievements like trophies, we perform and we prove, and we push ourselves to exhaustion, all trying to answer one question: am I enough? And here's the tragedy: most of us will spend our whole lives running towards something. That's been ours all along. Today, I want to share with you the most radical identity shift I've ever experienced. It's not about becoming something new, it's about discovering who you've always been. You see, a child doesn't earn their place in a family, they don't interview for the position, they don't submit a resume. They're simply born into it. Their belonging isn't based on performance, it's based on birth. And what if your spiritual reality works the same way? This is the journey from orphan to son, from striving to belonging, from endless performance to perfect rest. Lean in, because what I'm about to share might just change everything you thought you knew about yourself and about God. We were told a lie, and most of us believed it. The lie goes something like this: God's love is conditional. Acceptance must be earned. You're always one mistake away from rejection. Try harder, do more, be better. Maybe then, you'll be worthy. Sound familiar? This is what I call the performance trap, and it's everywhere in our churches, in our families, in our own heads. We absorbed this toxic belief system, and it turned our spiritual life into an exhausting hamster wheel. We call it devotion, but really, it's just dressed up desperation. Here's what this creates: an orphan mindset. And orphans live in constant anxiety. They compare themselves to everyone else. They fear abandonment around every corner. They serve from fear, not love. They obey God, hoping to be accepted instead of knowing they already are. I lived this way for years, praying harder, serving more, volunteering for everything, reading my Bible like it was a checklist. And you know what I felt? Exhausted, empty, and somehow always falling short. The hidden cost of this performance based spirituality: burnout, shame cycles, and a God who feels perpetually disappointed in you. We become workers in God's house when we were meant to be children at the Father's table. That's the problem. And until we name it, we can't escape it. I remember the night it all fell apart. I was kneeling on a cold hardwood floor. It was late. The house was quiet, and I was completely, utterly broken. Years of trying to be good enough, years of serving enough, praying enough, giving enough, reading enough, being enough. And that night, it all came crashing down. Tears were falling, and I couldn't stop them. My hands were shaking, and through the sobs, I finally admitted what I'd been afraid to say out loud: God, I can't do this anymore. I've tried everything. I've given everything, and I still feel like a failure. I still feel far from you. And then, in that moment of complete surrender, something shifted. It wasn't a booming voice from heaven, it was more like a whisper, gentle, tender, and it undid me. You were never supposed to do this on your own. You're not my servant, you're my child. I sat there in the silence, tears still falling, but something was different. The striving stopped, the pressure lifted. Everything I had built on performance started crumbling, and instead of terror, I felt relief. It wasn't a triumphant breakthrough, it was a quiet undoing, a terrifying, liberating free fall into grace. That was my turning point. The night the orphan in me began to die, and the sun began to wake up.